Welcome back to my channel. I am Letters for Life, where I encourage people through writing handwritten letters of encouragement. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects of all time, and that is self-love. Self-love is the best love. You know what I'm saying? I am giving 4 tips on how to boss up in your self-love journey. If you're interested, please stay tuned and let's go ahead and hop into the video. So the number 1 tip I want to go ahead and tell you is that you've got to get into God's presence. If you really want to take your self-love to a whole nother journey, if you want to embrace all parts of yourself and to really just boss up in all areas of your life, you have got to get into God's presence. When I say get into God's presence, I'm not saying that you read a verse and then you close the Bible and then you go on about your day. There is nothing wrong with that if you're a beginner. But when I say get into God's presence, I mean really seek after God, yearn after God. And what that has to do with your self-love journey is, for you to love yourself, ultimately, you have to view yourself the way God views you. You can't view yourself in your own strength. You can't view yourself in your own mindset, in your own carnal mindset, because we're all not going to feel the most beautiful or the most outstanding or the most loving person based on our own self-will. You have to tap into something greater than yourself. And when you get into God's presence and you see, yo, I'm a daughter of a king. Yo, I'm blessed and highly favored. Yo, I am above and not beneath. I am the lender and not the borrower. When you get into God's word and he renews your mind and he shows you who you are, baby, it's just gonna hit different. It's just gonna hit a little different than the world, than even your own self. And so tapping into God's love, his mercy, his strength, it just shows you who you are. And I say this, when you read the Bible, it reads you. When you hit it with that, it hit it back. Pop, 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 pop. And so getting into God's words reminds you of who you are. It reminds you that you are a daughter of a king. And it shows you that you are beautiful, you are amazing, you are outstanding. And literally, there is no one in this world just like you. The second part of your self-love journey is that you've got to realize that it is okay to be alone. Whew, y'all struggle with this one right here, this one right here, baby. Tip number 2, I'm talking to myself. I struggled with being alone for so long, y'all. The extrovert in me, I just like people. Like, I just want to be around somebody, anybody, like friendships, relationships, family, friends. Like, it don't matter who it is. Like, I just loved people. And the crazy thing about it is, now that I think about it, all of my super close friends are all introverted. Like, and I don't think that's by accident. I don't think that that's just a coinkydink. Like, I feel like that's on purpose, because God knew that I needed somebody. I needed people around me that's going to tell me, like, yo, I don't want to be going out every single weekend. I don't want to do it. I want to chill. And I used to get offended. Like, when my close friends would be like, yo, I'm not feeling it today, or I just want to chill. I used to be highly offended. Oh, yeah. My feelings was hurt. My feelings were a little hurt. And I didn't understand, like, why do you want to be by yourself? Like, why do you want to? What do you do? If you're an introvert, comment down below, because I just got to know, like, I used to just be so curious. What do you be doing in your house all day? Every day? You just gonna be in your house? Like, I was just confused. I'm still a little confused about it, but I've gotten a lot better with it, because now I enjoy time by myself. But if you are looking to boss up in your self-love journey, you have got to spend time by yourself. You have to enjoy your own peace. Because what I started to realize is, when I had so many different people around me, when I was in a relationship, I had my family, I had my roommate, I had my friends, I had so many different people around me. People come with noise. People come with voices. People come with opinions. And some people are highly opinionated about your life. And so I started to realize I couldn't hear God. It would be drowned out by so many different people, because I had so many voices around me. So when you get by yourself, even if it's for a season, even if it's for a day, even if it's for like a period of time, you can hear God. That's the voice that you should be seeking daily. And so getting quiet allows God to speak to you. And it's going back to my first point, but it allows him to just fill you up. it allows you to get quiet and think of, how do I feel about myself? How did this event change me? How did this event hurt me? How did this event grow me? It allows you to do a lot of self-reflection, a lot of meditation, a lot of journaling. It just helps you. It's just an all-around good tool, being by yourself. And I'm not saying that you isolate yourself and you in your room 24/7. I think it is a healthy balance to be, friendly and be outgoing, but then also knowing when, okay, I've done enough. I spent time with family, I spent time with people that I care about and that I love, but now it's time for me to get filled up. And the only way that you can truly get filled up and to really reflect over your life is to be by yourself. The third thing that I'm going to tell you, if you're looking at bossing up into your self-love journey, is to pursue your purpose. Sis, this is my other favorite topic. I love talking about pursuing your purpose. My first book, Puzzle Pieces of Purpose, How to Find Your Purpose in Life, talked about how to find your purpose in life. If you are single, especially all my single ladies, and you are looking to boss up in your life, the best way to do that is to find out why you were created. Not just find it out. It's one thing to find it out, but it's another thing to actually execute it. So this looks different for so many different people. There are people who are called to be on front of a stage. There are people that are called to be a part of groups and organizations and to lead. There are some people who are called to be behind the scenes. There are people called to be teachers and nurses and doctors and psychologists and, just so many different gifts and talents, but only you can figure that out, and only you will have to know why you were created. But what that does, it allows you to have a sense of value in the world. It allows you to give back to others, and when you give back to others, you're actually giving back into yourself. You're pouring back into yourself. So a lot of times when I'm doing these videos, y'all may think that it's encouraging you, and I'm happy if it is encouraging you, but a lot of these videos are for me. You know what I'm saying? I do this to encourage myself, and I do it for accountability purposes. So if I'm telling you to do something, I try my best to my ability to do the same thing. By no means am I perfect, but I try my very best to implement what I also teach. And so as I learn something, I try my best to do a video on it or teach it, and then that way somebody else can boss up in their life. But you got to figure out why you were created. You got to figure out, what am I called to do? What am I called to do outside of my job, outside of my family? How can I help the world to be a better place? You may be good with animals. That's a gift. You may be good with kids. That's a gift. You may be called to help homeless people. That's a gift. Whatever group, whatever organization, whatever calling that you have over your life, pursue that. Be married to that. Especially if you're single, you need to be married to your purpose. The last point that I want to tell you, if you're looking at bossing up in your self-love journey, is to embrace all parts of you. Literally, you need to be embracing everything, every part, everything about you. And it's not just the physical, but we can talk about the physical first. Embrace all parts of you. Literally, nobody's body is perfect. Nobody has the perfect shape, and if they bought it, then they still ain't perfect. You've got to embrace the way that God created you to be, and that's it. He wanted you to be a certain body type. He wanted you to be a certain weight. He wanted you to be a certain representation so that you can inspire somebody else. Whatever shape, form, body, whatever your insecurity is, work on it. If you are insecure about something, work on it to the best of your ability, but do not beat yourself up until you get to that point. You got to love yourself where you're at. If you literally just had like 5 or 6 children, your body is not going to be this big. Now, if it is this big, kudos to you, but your body goes through changes when you have children. I'm pretty sure, I don't have any children, but I assume that your body goes through changes. You've got to love yourself. And if you want to lose weight, then lose weight. If you want to gain weight, then gain weight, But at the end of the day, embracing all parts of yourself, where you currently are, is key. The second part of that is embracing who you are, as far as like your flaws, as far as your strengths, as far as just, the calling that God has given you. You have to embrace that, and you have to really love yourself. So for a long time, I wasn't too keen on me being an encourager, to be honest with you. I wasn't really feeling my gift of writing, my gift of encouragement. I feel like it was a little boring, It was just a little too boring for me as a gift. I wanted something on stage, what I'm saying? I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be a news reporter. I wanted to be something where I was in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? I wanted the stage. And God was like, no. See, you a little too extra, so I'm going to put you behind the scenes. You writing letters, you doing stationery, you doing stuff like that, writing books, because you a little too extra for me. So I wasn't too keen on my gifts at first, and at first I used to just try to hide them, because I was like, you give me these boring gifts, God, why I can't get something I'm on the stage? And God was like, nah, homie. So you have to embrace whatever you are in life. Like, you have to literally love yourself, love your flaws. We're not perfect. Nobody on this earth is perfect. I don't know how many people portray to be perfect. They want to think that they're perfect. None of us are perfect. And when you embrace the fact that whoever you are admiring is probably battling something that you are like, you know what? See, I thought I wanted to be you, but looking at your life right now, you know, I'm just gonna go back to my little corner. Like, you cannot compare yourself to others, because you don't know what it took for them to get there. You don't know what they're facing behind the scenes. And at the end of the day, embrace where you are. Embrace your season. Embrace your gifts. Embrace your calling. Embrace your flaws. You have to embrace all parts of yourself in the whole being that means, and what it means to you. And only you can answer that question of different areas of your life that you may not be so keen on, you may not be excited for. We all have flaws. We all have things that we wish that we would like to change. But at the end of the day, you are there for a reason. God has a purpose. God has a reasoning behind it. And you just really need to love on yourself during the tough seasons. Love on yourself during the times that you're not so proud of. Love on yourself during the things that, you know, you wish you hadn't done. It's life. We all have messed up in some shape or form, whether some of us want to admit it or some of us don't want to admit it. We all have dropped the ball. Comment down below if you're on a self-love journey. Let me know, how's it going for you? What takeaways were you able to get from this video? Is there anything else that you would like to add that has helped you on your self-love journey? We're all on this journey together. Super excited to look down in the comments and see how everybody is bossing up in their self-love journey. If you need encouragement, or you know somebody else who may need encouragement, please write into my foundation, www.lettersforlife.net, where I encourage people through writing handwritten letters of encouragement. As always, I love you, but most importantly though, God loves you. I will see y'all on my next video. Dream about it, I go get it, that's how I do it. Not in the stars, I'm not lucky, I just